1 year ago, I handmade this iridescent glass garden globe mosaic, and then I just told you guys
This is my favorite mosaic I've ever made.
And that was until I made it. But I still love the garden globe. I think it's time we make another, starting all the way down with the styrofoam ball cone. We're going to hand cut all the glass and make them into mosaic tiles. And of course, we're going to hand place each one by one, grout it, finish it, and here we go. So we're going to start all the way back at the same 9.6 inch foam ball. We're going to use a cone as the base. So I'm just looking for any imperfections that I want to kind of cover up with the base. Yes, this thing is going to have many layers of things, but still, I'm going to throw the cone right here where there's a nice little dent, and I'm just going to trace it out with a Sharpie, and then I'm going to start cutting it out because I want that cone to set inside the foam ball to be nice and strong. So you can do this with any tools you've got. I am just using clay carving tools, and I just want to dig out essentially a 1 inch deep hole for that cone to sit nice and snug inside. So every so often I am checking to just cut away a little bit at a time because we can't add any more back in technically. So we've got our cone hole cut, and now that is fitting nice and snugly inside. It is holding well in place. Now we've got to cut that cone and figure out how long we want the stem. So I'm just doing that with scissors, but now that leaves us with a pretty uneven top. So I'm just going to take a sanding block and quickly even that out for a super smooth, nice flat surface. Now, all of these shavings I'm going to hold on to. You might not have to do that, but we've got to get to Mod Podge. So let's start sealing this foam ball and the base. I'm going to start with the top of the foam ball because by the time we get to the bottom, we're going to start gluing this stand inside of it. So I'm just going to generously coat this foam ball, and we're going to have to do multiple coats of it. Because it is foam, it takes a lot longer to dry, and it's going to need a lot more product. I'm specifically using dishwasher safe Mod Podge, so it's taking even longer to dry. But I am doing the same thing on both, just a heavy-handed coat, but it is nice and even. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm filming a full video for YouTube, so you guys are getting my phone camera. Anyways, I let the top half dry, so now it is time to move on to the bottom half and putting the base or the stand inside the foam sphere. So after I've coated both the bottom half and the bottom half of the stand, I am generously coating both the area where it's going to come in contact with the sphere and inside the sphere itself with Mod Podge, and I am being generous with it. So now my little shavings are coming into play. Just like wood shavings and wood glue, we are going to pack these foam shavings back inside that area. Do not worry about how it looks. It's looking messy, but we're just packing all of those foam shavings inside, using more Mod Podge to completely fill that crack. Now we're letting it dry for 24 hours and going in with our second coat. We're doing the same thing. We're going in with a heavy hand, but the goal is to make it nice and even. Now that this thing is sufficiently coated, we're going to let it dry for 36 hours, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to start the planning of our next mosaic garden globe.